Picture this. You're on the banks of the Nile, and a simple discovery in the sand unlocks an ancient secret. It's a blueprint for survival that, believe it or not, connects the age of the pharaohs directly to the challenges we face right now. So let's dig in. Our story kicks off with a young boy named Adam, who's exploring along the river's edge. He spots something kind of unusual, half buried in the clay, and he thinks, no way, treasure. So he rushes over to his grandfather, just buzzing with that pure excitement of discovery. So, inside this old clay jar, he finds an ancient papyrus scroll. They carefully, very carefully unroll it. But what they find isn't words or a map. It's more like a technical diagram. It's covered in strange symbols, detailed drawings of wooden wheels, and these complex networks of water channels. It's a total puzzle from a forgotten world. But Adam's grandfather, he recognizes the markings almost instantly. This isn't a map to gold, he tells him. It's something far more valuable. This is an ancient plan, a secret to civilization passed down straight from the pharaohs. You can imagine Adam is just amazed. How could they possibly have farmed so much land without any of our modern machines? Well, his grandfather explains the incredible challenge they were up against. They had to engineer a way to take the Nile's chaotic, powerful annual flood and somehow turn it into agricultural order. So how'd they do it? The papyrus, it turned out, revealed this incredibly sophisticated three-step system. First, you build these massive earthen walls, or dikes, to hold back and contain the flood. Second, you dig a really precise network of canals to distribute that water exactly where it needs to go. And third, this is the really ingenious part, you use these clever wooden water wheels called sakyas, powered by animals, to lift the water up to higher ground. It was an absolutely brilliant system, built on pure ingenuity and a deep, deep understanding of their environment. Looking at the simple elegance of this ancient plan, Adam's mind immediately just jumps to the present. He turns to his grandfather and asks the perfect question, the one that connects their world right now directly to the world on that scroll. You can just see his grandfather smile. The fundamental challenge, right, of managing water, it's still exactly the same. But our tools, well, they've transformed dramatically. We've really made the leap from an age of muscle to an age of machines. Our modern toolkit looks completely different. We've replaced animal power with powerful electric motors driving massive pumps. Instead of just open canals, we use hyper-efficient drip irrigation systems and those huge center pivot sprayers that create those iconic green circles in the desert. The whole game has evolved to focus on advanced scientific conservation, making every single drop count. The grandfather puts it really simply. Their work, he says, was all about physical effort, moving earth, turning wheels. Our work is about scientific effort, engineering, data analysis, computer modeling. The goal hasn't changed one bit, but the method, well, the method has fundamentally evolved. Adam, who's now just completely captivated, he looks out at the vast landscape, and you can tell his mind is racing forward, past the ancient papyrus, past the modern pumps, and into the world of tomorrow. What comes next? His grandfather points toward the horizon, out towards the vast, empty desert. The future, he says, is going to require that same ancient ingenuity, but this time paired with our most advanced technology. It's about taking on the next great challenge, making the desert itself live. And this vision is already becoming a reality. Just imagine it, huge solar farms powering desalination plants and water pumps. Picture these large-scale projects cultivating the desert, turning hundreds of thousands of acres of barren land into strategic reserves of wheat and other crops. This is the next chapter in a story that began thousands of years ago. And here's the grandfather's final lesson, the one that connects thousands of years of history. The wisdom of the papyrus wasn't just about farming. It was a timeless principle that human ingenuity and sustained effort can create abundance, even in the most unforgiving places. From the wooden sakya to the solar-powered pump, the lesson is so clear. We don't start from scratch. Each generation builds on the knowledge of the one before it. That ancient papyrus provides a foundation, a blueprint that we continue to adapt and carry into the future. And that leaves all of us with a final thought. Just like the ancient Egyptians solved their greatest challenge with the tools they had, we too face some immense challenges, from food security to climate change. So the question for us is, what core principles from our own past can we innovate on to build a more resilient future? We really hope this story from the Nile gave you something to think about. If you enjoyed this explainer and you want to see more, the absolute best way to support what we do is to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It really helps us bring new topics to you each week. Thanks for watching.